So that's why it's very important to work with your mind. Before it was with the body, where sacrifices, abstinences, don't eat, don't drink, don't touch, don't do. But then when the covenant changed after the cross, then the mind entered, and when the mind entered there, God had what is known as the mind of Christ. Paul said so, didn't he? First to the Corinthians 2:16, what does it say? Look, let's now go to the gospel. First letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 16 says, "For who has known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ." Now, with the mind of Christ, do you think you can live well here in this time? Thinking the way he thinks. Paul said, "We who are of grace, not of the law." Those of grace, we have the mind of Christ activated. Do you know that this is what killed religion? The religion came across a man such as Paul, who was teaching that everything was in the mind. And then the apostles preferred to follow religious routines of ceremonies and washing presentations, which they prevented people from thinking. And for 2,000 years, people did not think. People rather acted. People kept quiet. People did what they heard, but nothing about the knowledge of God. I was like that too. Until one day that information reached me. I was brought to paradise, and then all of a sudden when I heard what came to my mind. Notice that I didn't go there to look sideways, but that it came to me. I didn't see anything. I saw very little, but I received the information. The day after, when I left that vision, I found myself thinking in a new way. The mind of Christ was activated for the first time. After Paul, no one had the mind of Christ activated. Everyone reasoned, talked about grace, but it was a mixed thing that did not lead you to the truth of that content. But from there, I began to think. And then, little by little, God was leading me to reject my thoughts. He told me, "Jose Luis, it's not your opinion. Your opinion was going to hurt you. Remove your opinion and put mine." That's why you see that I don't shout, I explain. Have you seen preachers shouting? Look, the devil, and there, this doesn't get activated. What gets activated is a desire to run away. But I try to avoid putting too many of my own thoughts. Sometimes I try to make it as brief as possible to see if somehow His Word falls on your mind as rain falls and snow falls. Because I know that Word does not return empty. He says, as it does not return empty. For if I manage to place the thought of God in your mind, it does not return empty.